further ado, I'd like to bring on Michelle Fairman, International Global Expansion Team member. And I've gotten to know Michelle. I'm a fan. First time I saw Michelle was on stage at Summit. I've seen her on the Monday night call. She's been featured. It's absolutely incredible what she's doing. And I love Michelle's style. Michelle is very, very clear. She's super clear. She has made a decision to make it happen with Shake Parties. She focused on her DMO, her daily method, her plan of action, and she made it happen. So let's talk about what she did. She went from the world team, which means you're doing 2,500 volume points 4 months in a row, to she was on world team last extravaganza. That's our biggest event of the year. That usually happens in July. So July 2015, at our biggest event of the year, she was a world team member. She came out of that event, right? We work event to event. She came out of that event crystal clear on how she's going to move forward. By October, you guys, she started duplicating, made it to active world team by October. That means she had supervisors duplicating what she's doing, and her organization then was doing 10,000 volume points in her org. To get this, drum roll, in June of 2016, fully qualified global expansion team. So do you think she's qualified to be talking to you guys on the call? I think she is. So without further ado, I'm going to stop screen share for a second so we can see her. Michelle, are you out there?
I'm here. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much. You can hear me okay?
Yeah, where are you from?
I'm from Springfield, Massachusetts, and it's really cold up here. And I'm super honored to be on the call tonight and share with you guys. So I'll give you a little bit of background about myself. Katie did an awesome job prepping you there. But 2.5 years ago, I saw a post on Facebook, believe it or not, right? That's what we do, of a girl that I used to work with 7 years prior. And she had posted her before and after picture after just 30 days, and she had lost 20 pounds. Disclaimer there. And I literally messaged her on Facebook and I said, I don't know what you're doing, but what time can you be at my house? And she literally was there that night. My husband and I, Todd, he's on the call, and we sat down, we ordered our month of Lean and Fit. She tried to get us into the business right away, and I said, absolutely not. We have zero time, zero interest in doing this for a business. So we got on the products. 1 month later, our results were ridiculous. And we posted them on social media, and that day we needed to sign up because of the discount. We needed the discount for the two of us. And so we signed up July 1st of 14. And our first month, another disclaimer, it's possible, but our retail sales was $711. From our first month, and actually that was our check, I'm sorry. Our retail was on top of that. Our first check was $711. We made supervisor in our first month. So we knew 2 weeks into it, we said we're all in, whatever we have to do. So before Herbalife, I was a marketing manager for a whole region for a restaurant group, and I was on the road. I traveled in my car 1,000 miles a week, and I was never home. And so the more I got into Herbalife and the more I fell in love with the products and my team and just helping people, I knew that this is something I wanted to do. So I've been to every single summit, and coming out of Vegas, 2 weeks prior to Vegas this year in 2016, I put in my notice and I left my 12-year career. And so now I work Herbalife from home. So completely blessed. Very excited. We earned our free vacation last year, went to Mexico in our first full year in the business. And we're about 5,000 points away from Disney. So that's our story.
You got this. That's easy.
Yeah.
So let me share the PowerPoint again. We just toggle back and forth, right?
Are you guys pumped? Are you guys excited out there?
It's awesome.
Say yes in the chat if you're excited to go into Shake Parties, everybody. Feel your energy.
Woohoo!
Chat. Everyone's like, yes.
Awesome. Okay, so this is our passion. So as Katie said, we came out of Extravaganza last year, 2015. We said, you know what? No one has ever done shake parties in our town, in our area, so we're gonna do it. We locked arms with 2 sideline members, and we started doing shake parties the week after we came home from Extravaganza. So why do we do them, right? The first thing, what is our goal? Our goal is to put product in people's mouths as much as possible, as much as we can. So we can do these anywhere. We can sample anywhere. We can go to people's house. They can come to our house. But I'm going to really talk about the home party tonight. It really creates that community effect and that experience, and it brings people together because you have coaches that are inviting people, and you have different, we invite all of our sideline people to come as well. So this is just a way that it's very, very duplicatable. And it also gives us the opportunity to sit and meet face to face with your coaches on a weekly basis. So we teamed up in the beginning, there was 3 of us, it grew, and then we had 9, 10 coaches inviting every single week. So that is the reason why we do shake parties. All right, so we're gonna break this down into 3 stages for you guys, okay? We got the pre-party, we got the day of the party, and then we've got the wrap up and the follow-up. So I think you can click because each of those are a new tab, I think.
Are you seeing all 3?
Yeah, go to the next slide, Katie.
Yeah, it's all broken down into stage.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So before the party, we want to pick a date and time that's consistent. Okay, we were very, very strict with our time and day of the week. So whatever day of the week works for your team, that's what we took. Mondays are tough. Kids are just getting back to school. Fridays are crazy. And so we thought Wednesdays were great for us. Now that may be completely different in your area. So pick a consistent time. We always start at 7 o'clock. Okay. So it doesn't matter what month it is or anything. All of our coaches know every Wednesday we have a shake party, except for tonight. We had ours on Monday this week because of the calls, which is awesome. We did change it up. And it just keeps it consistent with the guests that are coming, because they might come back again, and we're going to get into that in a little bit. So that creates that system. The coaches can plan their schedule around it. They know it could be Friday afternoon and they're out at the grocery store and they run into someone. They're like, oh, you should come to our shake party next Wednesday. They already know what the date is. So it keeps them motivated and really filling that calendar and working, as Kelly said before, event to event. Okay, so here are some pictures of some samples. We promote obviously on Facebook. Okay, we'll tell you, just by posting a really cute and beautiful picture like that is not going to bring 100 people to your front door. Okay, so it's just a way to start the conversation on Facebook. You can tag, maybe if you have some new friends that you just became friends with, you could tag them in those posts so that they're definitely going to see it and they're going to be like, oh wow, that looks like a lot of fun. But you really, the best response that we get is when it's a personal connection. It's that messenger group, it's that, text message, it's even a phone call. Hey, I know you said you were interested in coming to a shake party. We have one on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Can you come? That's where you're going to get your best retention of the people to come. Okay, so when you're inviting, doing all those things, flyers if you want. Our best is really just that one-on-one connection. Okay, so with that, I just want to tell you guys too, it's okay if no guests show up, because guess what? You have all your coaches with you, and we turn that into a great session, great one-on-one. We do some vision board, we do some training, whatever it may be. So don't be afraid if no one comes to your first party. It's all right. Or any party for that matter. All right, so preparation. What do we need to do before the guests get there? All right. When we first started, we did cookies and cream, right? Because we lead with, what do we lead with, guys? The 3-day trial, right? So we want them to try the cookies and cream. So we started with that. Then we ended up adding a couple extras. You can do a shake party with one flavor. You do not have to have all 11 flavors to do a shake party, okay? As our party started to grow, we added more flavors, okay? But I just want you guys to know that you don't have to have every single flavor. If you're new, you know, one or two, you're awesome, you're great, okay? We definitely need protein, right? Because we gotta make the shakes. We sample our protein bars. We'll take one bar depending on how many people are here. We'll cut them up into tiny little pieces. We'll sample those. The Tea Aloe BevMix Beauty Boost. In the next slide, we're gonna talk about those samples and how we give those out. Okay, you wanna make sure you have like 1 ounce sample cups. That's what we're putting in our shakes in, okay? They're not getting a whole shake. They're not even getting a half a shake. They're getting like 1 ounce of a shake. We just want them to taste it because they're gonna fall in love with just that one little sip, okay? And then the 4 ounce water cups, that's gonna be for whatever we're sampling, the Tea Aloe, BevMix, etc. And then always make sure you have enough ice. This actually happened. That's probably gonna kill me. Last Monday's party, we started making the shakes and we realized we didn't have enough ice. He ran out to the store. So always make sure you have ice on hand. All right, who's fired up already? Who's ready to start their first shake party already? Are you guys excited?
Yes.
Woohoo! All right, so now it's the day of, everybody is arriving at your house, okay? Also, I tell our coaches to be there like 10 minutes early because if they have guests showing up before they're there, that's not really cool. So I always want to make sure my coaches are there prior to the guests arriving, okay? So they come in, and guys, this is my dining room, right? This is where I'm actually sitting right now. So they come in, first thing they get a sample beverage, okay? Lately, it's always a beauty drink, right? And I'm showing pictures and explaining all the before and afters that are out there for the beauty drink, and they're loving it, okay? So they're just getting a little sample of that. I also give them a little mini profile. I believe it's the one that we have on To Get Started. We found that the night was lasting a little bit longer. So they fill out their questionnaire before we even start the presentation, okay? They all get a clipboard, they're drinking their drink, and then they're filling out their clipboard, and then we're ready to go, okay? By 7:15 sharp, we're down doing the presentation. Now in my house, it happens to be in the basement where our living room is. You can put it up on your TV if you want. It's basically the flip book. We're using the flip book that we all know about, okay? And let's say there's only 1 or 2 people. Am I gonna put it up on the big screen TV? Sometimes I don't. I just stand right here in my dining room and I literally flip the book. I stand in the dining room and I flip the book. Guys, how duplicatable is that, right? Anybody can stand in your room and flip a book. So, awesome. And there's me standing there holding the books. All right, so you can, we just happen to have it digitally, so we put it up on the big screen. We have chairs set up and all that. So now it's 7:15, okay? 20 minutes, 30 is absolute max that we do our presentation, okay? And we go through both the books. Very, very important. You want to talk about the business because you have a captured audience. You may have someone in that room that just wants to make an extra $100 to pay a phone bill or an electric bill. You never know. You have a captured audience. Always, always talk about the business opportunity. And they may not see it that day, but as like for Todd and I, it took 2 weeks before we realized what a gold mine that was, okay? So we do the presentation, now we're done, right? We go into the kitchen area, that's my kitchen. I do have a new fridge, by the way. That one's gone. And so let's say we had 5 or 6 coaches and I had a bunch of client there or new guest there, but another coach didn't. So that coach who doesn't have any specific guests, she would make the shakes, or he would make the shakes so I can mingle. Okay, now let's say you're by yourself. It's okay, you're mingling while you're making shakes. It's all good. So we're talking. If you guys see the little sample sheet at the bottom, we listed every single shake, all in, or it's not in alphabetical order. Actually, I think it's in order of like lightest to darkest. So that's how we make the shakes. So the lightest palette all the way to the darkest palette. And they can rate their shakes. Now remember, we talked about that form in the beginning. We staple these sheets with their name on the back to their wellness profile. And guess what? When they're ready to order their shakes, they can remember which ones they fell in love with. So awesome. Okay, so we're making the shakes. We're having a great time. Oops, can you squeeze back? All right, awesome. So we're handing out the cups and everything. Yes, they taste each flavor that we're making. Yep. So let's say there's 6 people. Okay, you can make a half a portion of a shake. We cut everything in half, and they're literally getting a little taste. Any more than 6, I would do a full shake portion. Okay. So we're talking about, oh, you can mix cafe latte and chocolate, and you can mix orange and pina colada. And then there's a picture of, we just kind of line them up and we go from there. And then, okay, now you can go to the next. And then we always take pictures. We have an awesome time, okay? Everyone at that point is super excited. They're like, oh my God, what is your favorite? What is your favorite? Which shake do you like the best? And everyone's having a great time, okay? This is my favorite slide because this is where literally the magic happens, all right? This is probably the most important slide here. After we're done, we have to close the deal, right? So we kind of branch off. If I've got 2 clients or 2 guests that I brought, I'm gonna have that one-on-one conversation with them. And I'm gonna say, okay, are you ready to start on your 3-day trial? Because we already talked about it downstairs. Or would you like to sign up to become a discount member or a preferred member? Or would you like to just walk away with your product and get started, okay? Those are your 3 options. So we talk about which flavors they liked. We're passing around our phones with before and after pictures of all the coaches. And they're just like, wow. And they're like, there is this high-end vibe in that room. It is just awesome. I mean, look at this center picture. There was 1, 2, 3 trials that went out that night. All right. And always having the coaches, obviously we have our before and after pictures on us. So those conversations is 1, 2, or 3. You ready to start your 3-day trial? You ready to get on the product? Or how'd you like to save 25%? And oh, yes, by the way, if you do it before November 30th, you get $25 as well. It's awesome. All right.
Okay, so I believe we have a special guest, the coach, on this call right now. And I don't know where you're located, Laura, but we're going to bring up Laura O'Berry, and she's going to tell us some of her results with shake parties.
Yay! Hey, everybody. I'm actually from Umatilla, Florida. I don't know if you even know where that is.
Nope.
We're in Central Florida, in the middle of the state. And I actually started my business by doing a shake party in my home. So we're doing exactly what Michelle has just went over, which is so exciting because it shows that it is very duplicatable and we're doing exactly what she says we're doing. My very first shake party, I had probably 4-ish people here, 4 to 5. I think a couple of those were some of my kids. And we did exactly our flip book. That was our presentation. We went through the flip book. We did a meet and greet. We did samples with the tea and the shake. We did 2 flavors, I think, that night. And we sent all of them home with 3-day trial packs. So it was amazing. And then from there, it's just grown. And I opened up a nutrition club in March, the end of March this year. And we started doing shake parties at the nutrition club. And we do every other Thursday night at 6:30. And we do have coaches and clients, all inviting people. So we have different people there all the time. It's grown. We've had up to 30 people there before. So it's really been a good benefit to our business, getting people out in the community, inviting them so that they can understand what we're doing. We've grown from the flip book, and we do have a PowerPoint now. So we do have the TV available, and we show it from there. And it does get a little chaos because we have our kids there, and it's a little crazy. But it's so exciting. Everybody sits down, we give them their samples, we do the presentation, and then from there it's wellness profiles. People are coming by and they're picking up product. We're measuring people. We're getting them set up with their 3-day trial pack. I mean, it's just chaos from there, but it's just so exciting. Everybody's excited. People are getting to know each other. It's just been phenomenal for our business. And so thank you, Michelle, for all of that presentation that you put together for all of us, because it is very duplicatable. It's very easy to do. And it's a lot of fun.
I heard from a little bee told me that your personal volume is always pretty high. Is that true?
Yes, that is pretty true.
Tell us.
Yes, when we first started, I mean, last year this time, I had no volume point, and it grew from the shake parties. I've had up to 15,000 volume points since then. This month so far, we're almost to the vacation. We have 18,000 more volume points to go. We're so excited. And we are going to do whatever we have to do, have a million shake parties or whatever we have to do to get there. My kids will hate me forever if we don't go, because I've really been bribing them with this. Just one more shake party, but you're going to Disney.
Yeah.
So it's been.
We know you can do it. We know you can do it. So thank you.
Michelle, Laura, share with the group how many kids you have in your results.
Oh yes. Yeah. Between me and my husband, we have 8 children. What? So yes. So it does get pretty crazy. But it works. Anything works. So you just got to get out there and
your volume already this month, and it's only the 16th.
My volume is, I think, 3,500.
See, already rocking, guys.
Yeah, 3,500.
Awesome. Yeah. So thank you so much.
How many pounds did you lose, Laura?
I lost 38 pounds and 37 inches.
Awesome.
And my husband is down 60 pounds.
Wow.
61.
Oh, sorry. Get it right.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you on the vacation. There's the babies. I have to say, I'm quite jealous. I only have 3. I would have loved to have 8, so I'm a little jealous. We'll talk later. I'll babysit in Orlando for you.
Yes. Saturday. We need one Saturday.
My pleasure. Yeah. All right. I'm going to bring Michelle back on so we can, conclude the party portion. And I'm going to ask Michelle to tell the story at the bottom picture. If you could explain that, Michelle.
Yes. So it kind of goes with a little bit of the next slide. So we had a shake party. Probably, actually, you know what? I think it was the week prior. The picture right above it, possibly. So a girl came, left with her trial, posted it on Facebook, and her friend, who happens to be this girl at the bottom, said, "What is she doing? I want one of those." And she goes, "Can I come to your house right now?" And I said, "Sure." So she's got a family of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She absolutely loved it, got on the products right away, and, was a referral just because she saw her friends post. Okay, so I think that's what we're getting into now, is talking about the referrals and what happens with that.
What I loved about what Michelle told me about the story is that when this woman came over with her family, Michelle did her shake party for the family.
So yeah, I said, she goes, well, my kids, you know, they're getting ready. I don't have anyone to watch my kids. And I said, bring the whole family. And she goes, really? We brought the whole entire family. So we did a shake party for 5 of them.
That's awesome.
Because guys, guess what? If the kids love the shakes, that's even more product.
Right, that's right.
All right, so we're at the end, and we were talking about doing the wellness profiles. You know, we do weight and measurements on every single person if they're leaving with any type of product. Okay, so this is just a picture. You know, got my scale and filling out some paperwork, and I just like to have a private area during the shake party, because you could have 10, 15 people in the room. You don't want to be doing a weight measurement in front of everybody. So that's just a little asterisk there on the wellness evals. And then we book our day 4 that night as well. So here are some tips too. Be very respectful of the time. We really, really, really try to keep this entire night to 1 hour. We know that after, like, they decide they're buying products and stuff, that's going to be after the 1 hour. But between sampling, presentation, the mingling, 1 hour, because sometimes people do bring their kids, and that's, you know, now 8 o'clock, 8:10, and they have to get to bed, and they don't want to be there for 2 hours. Okay, they didn't sign up for that. One, they didn't even realize they were coming for a presentation. So we keep it to an hour. Always get contact information, whatever. But really, the biggest part of all of this, and I have some results to share, is asking for the referrals at the party. Okay, so, you guys are leaving with your 3-day trial? Well, next Wednesday is our shake party. Why don't you see if you can bring 2 or 3 friends with you the next week's party, right? So we're working event to event, and we're always asking for referrals. And these are just, again, some samples of some ads that we've done on social media. So again, there's no really wrong way to do a shake party. And I do a lot of single person ones, okay? I had one member who was super excited to start have her own shake party. And she was so sad that only one person showed up. And I said, listen, this one person can be your next prize team member, right? That person, you don't know who that person is. So guess what? That one person ordered $600 in volume. 600 volume points. Became a member and ordered for her and her mom tons of products, okay? So anything can happen. So this is our referral. Actually, can you go back? I wanna point out on that picture. So that's the same picture that was on the last slide. So this is how this works. So this girl is super excited, right? Crystal. She leaves with her trial. She takes it. Look at how happy the kids are, right? They all try the shakes. They're super excited. She posts that on her wall, and I can't read. 49, 50 likes and 12 comments, okay? Just from her wall. So guess what? I chased every single one of those likes and comments. And I'm sure you guys know how to do that. So then I say to Crystal, hey, I just reached out to some of your friends and family. They're super excited, cheering you on about your 3-day trial pack. We have an awesome referral program, okay? If you get 3 people to do a trial pack that come to me, you earn a free box of protein bars, okay? Now, I'm gonna speed it forward, because now with the Charter Preferred member, we've actually extended that, made it even better. So if they're a Charter Preferred member and they get us referrals, they get 10% of their referrals for the month. So if they get 2 or 3 people, they do $500 in orders, that person gets $50 in product. Okay, so I just had a girl 2 weeks ago, got back on the products, fell off for a while, just got back on. She had 45 likes. I chased everybody. I sold 10 trials from that girl. 6 converted to a lean and fit, And I just met with all of them today, and they're all becoming members next week.
Wow,
$1,200 in retail
that's crazy.
in a matter of time. So, and she is ecstatic because she's getting $120 in free product. Okay, so what makes it a success? Basically, we have fun. Guys, look at, we take team pictures. There's Bill Garvey in that picture, for those of you who know Bill. You know, anyone's taking home trial packs or placing orders or becoming members, we're just having a great time, and people feel good about how they're leaving, especially when we give them tea, because now they're all like wide awake. So every shake party should be a success, whether you sell a product or not. But I will tell you our numbers, if people walk in the door, they walk out with product. It's just the vibe that's going on in this house. When you have a house full of people, everyone's like, yeah, 3 days, $20, why not? Right? So it is just the hardest part of a shake party, guys, is getting people through the front door. That is the hardest part about that whole thing. So, I'm not sure if that's the last slide. Yeah, so that's basically.
Yay! Thank you. Such a great job. So I can't see the chat. I'll stop the share for a second. Do we have any questions? I do have a question. Shall I start? You know, I always have questions.
Sure.
That's like a given, right? Where do you guys get your scales? You had such a nice scale for your 3 days. It's a two-part question. Where do you get your scale, and do you encourage all your team members to have their own scale?
Okay, guys, awesome. So wanted to share that video with you, and just remember, obviously shake parties are incredible, and there's something that we are going to start doing every single month, and we can encourage all of our distributors to do them together to make it more attractive. Just remember, this plugs in beautifully with the flow that we already have, which is get the group together, do the shake party, get the 3-day trial packs in hand, and then plug them into the next available 3-day trial challenge. So rock and roll and have a great night.